Live streaming is on.
Hi, good morning. The speaker's very low. Let me fix my speaker here. Hope everyone can hear me. How's everybody doing today? I hope that you found a way to enjoy your rainy weekend. Here we are starting a brand new week. I want to say that we are seeing um, a good number of you coming in for tutoring, for math, for reading, for writing. It's a beautiful thing. Keep on coming. You can come in by appointment or you can just walk in. But I'm so glad that you're not sitting silent, that you are driving your educational process. And we're just here to help you in any way we can, to be of assistance to you. That's how that works. Excuse me. So today, I'm going to, oh, you know what? I'm going to hold on for 2 more minutes, wait for some folks to check in. Despite the weather, it's summer. I don't mind a little rain. It makes everything grow. It cleans the air. It's okay with me. And I think about when I was little and I used to like to go out and splash in a warm summer rain. And you know what? I would still do that if I could. In fact, I might. Only thing I don't have are boots. But we didn't care if our feet got wet, did we? That was the best part about being a child, that you could just follow what was in your spirit and you got joy from those things. But now that we're adult, we have to still find ways to let that little kid out every now and then and just do something that just gives us joy like that. And if your life is lacking, then you look for the little things. It's not in big things. It's not in um, spending money or things like that, but it's in little things that make you smile at yourself. And that's what we do to get through life. Really, it's necessary. It's necessary. For some of us, it might have been a while since we've even done something like that, but think back to whatever you did when you were a child that just made just you just felt that glee. When you see little kids just laughing that laugh and their heads are thrown back. Well, as adults, we still need that. We still need that. So let's work on some ways of finding joy in our lives. So today we are going to, in reading, we're still talking about figurative language, which is not literal language, meaning exactly as something is, but what we're doing is we're asking you to imagine images. We're asking you to imagine ideas. So you hear it and you bring it through here, or maybe through your heart or your soul, your spirit, through experiences that you've had, and then you process it. And so the reader is often asking you to do a little bit of work. So I'm going to show you this image. Oh, I'm going to show you this image. Actually, I can't take this one right now. We're going to call her back. I'm going to call her back in a moment. Um, and we're going to take a look. We're going to share my screen. We are using something called idioms today. Idioms. Share the screen. Come on. There you go. And I'm going to move this out of the way. And so here are some common idioms, and see if you know what I'm talking about. Cat got your tongue? What it really means is, can't you speak? It really means, can't you speak? Oops, I didn't do that right. Um, Snug is a bug in a rug. I remember hearing that growing up. And what it meant is you were just warm and cozy, whether you're on the couch with a blanket on you or you nice tucked in your bed. Snug is a bug in a rug. Of course, hopefully, we don't want the bugs to be snugged in our rugs, but that's a saying. And here's another one: go the extra mile, which means you make extra effort. And then here's one that until recently, I was taking this literally: once in a blue moon, which means very rarely. And blue moons are not blue, but it's the time and phase of the moon in the sky. So once in a blue moon, you may have heard that one, which means something rarely happens. And then here, to go down in flames, that meant you crashed and burned, you failed, and you failed spectacularly. And you know what? If you're going to do it well, right? And then the last thing is to have butterflies in your stomach. When you're nervous, you know how you feel your stomach flip? So created a saying like that, which you can really imagine it to have butterflies in your stomach. So let's then take a look at what we're talking about. What is she meaning when she's talking about idioms? Oh, and there was another one that I wanted to show you. Clean as the Board of Health, right? And I had a picture because I wanted to show you. I'm going to pull it up right now. Clean as the Board of Health. I don't know if you've ever heard this before. Um, but what we mean by that is when somebody their just outfit is so right and tight, right? Or in this case, oop, where'd you go? Oh my gosh. The phone today, y'all. I can't get it. So when we talked about someone being clean, we usually speak of them as being well dressed. So this is why I wanted to put this picture here of Idris, clean as the Board of Health. I mean, it's all right and tight, right? Or we would say suited and booted. So he is coordinated. So let's go back then. What is she talking about? What does she mean when she's talking about idioms? Idioms are figurative expressions that are used so often that they become a part of the language. And so it's not a distinct language. In fact, most of them are metaphors, similes, or other figurative language. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse, which is a hyperbole. And dropping like flies is a simile. But they've been used so much that they become part of our what's called colloquial language or slang, right? Non formal, informal, right? Let's take a look at some examples. Bob's new corner office was just the icing on the cake. That is a metaphor. And we'll go into what metaphors, similes, and hyperbole is. And after eating candy, Billy ran around like a chicken with his head cut off. We always worry about kids getting too much sugar, right? 3, the quarterback was running out of steam. That's a metaphor. He was doing something. And you can imagine that. And what it means is that he was getting tired, losing energy, slowing down, right? Number 4, that new car cost an arm and a leg. And that is a metaphor. It's an exaggeration. We don't really have to give up body parts, but it feels like it when it comes out of your wallet in a large, large way, right? And number 5, Tom said that he changed, but actions speak louder than words. Actions speak. Do actions actually have a voice? No, but we've given this um, behavior. We've given this his words a human characteristic that they speak louder. His behavior. You know, he said he's a good dude now, but he's still shady. So we are used so these again are used so frequently that we don't even notice it, but it is informal language. It's not normally language we'd use in a professional setting. Keep that in mind. So now that's a short lesson today. Let's take a look at uh, because we're going to dive a little deeper into all of this as we go. And wow, this is a lot, right? So let's open this up with Google Docs so you can see it better. And again, this is a short lesson. Okay, so what we want to do is determine the meaning of the bolded expression here. This is the bold expression, right? And then we want to choose the best answer. So let's look at number 1 together. After going to the zoo, the mall, and the movies, Cassie was sick of bending over backwards to entertain her nieces. So was she A, doing very little to entertain her nieces? Was she B, making small efforts to entertain her nieces? Was she C, trying very hard to entertain her nieces? Or was she D, not trying at all? So this is a saying I'm sure most of us have heard. If we're bending over backwards, great we are taking great efforts, right? We are doing a lot. We're going above the ordinary. So I think the best answer would be what? C. She was trying very hard to entertain her nieces. Let's look at the second one. Bobby would have been playing ball until the cows came home if it hadn't been for Susie dragging him home for dinner. So, A, Bobby was just about to stop. B, Bobby didn't even want to play ball to begin with. C, Bobby prefers nature to athletics. Or D, Bobby would have continued playing ball for a long time. Well, until the cows come home. Usually the cows don't come home until dark. So he would have just gone on and on. He didn't care about dinner. He was just caught up in the fun, right? And let's look at number 3, and then I'm going to ask you to do the rest on your own. And as always, the answers are included there. So here, Mr. Johnson was very particular about the arrangement of his classroom. So the thing he hated most was when his students caused a ruckus with their wild horseplay. So he liked the room to stay the way he arranged it. So did A, he hated when his students pretended to be animals. B, he hated when his students played sports. C, hated when his students wrestled around with each other. Or D, he hated when his students made animal noises. So what are we talking about? When they caused a ruckus with their wild horseplay. We think about them being wild in the classroom. So they're probably doing what? Wrestling around with each other? That would be my guess. So, and he did not like that. So now what I want you to do is finish numbers 4 through. You don't have to do all 14. How about if you just do 4 from 10, for through 10? If you want to finish, you can. Um, and oh, I cut off the answer sheet. No, that's number 15. We can go over these, but I think you get it. If you have any questions, let me know. We can go over them on Thursday or on Wednesday, rather. So that's all we have for today. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, you want to choose the best answer for this, and you're using figurative language. Most of it you've heard for a while. Any problems, let me know, as always, and everyone enjoy your day. Take care.